Hello, all. I have a brief hospital update as well as an update for how, even though I'm stuck here, I'm still going to be working for the channel and for all of you guys. So, firstly, I recently, finally, yesterday, got my biopsy. And what that means is we're going to find out if the 90% probability of stomach cancer is true, or the 10% probability of a fibroid cyst effectively is true. And we're really hoping for that 10%. Now, just so you guys know, I'm not just milking your sympathy donations. Here's the Grimdark Star Wars project. What I did was I took a random journal that my dad left me here, and I've split it into, and I'll show you these first two pages in a second, but I split it into 68 different sections. And these 68 different sections, obviously it'll be a while before I can record, not because I need to finish the journal, but because I need these hiccups, these sort of eternal hiccups I've had, like 6 days to go away. But here's the refresher course of effectively what we went over in the first 2 episodes of Grimdark Star Wars. And it's just here, and here's a loose map of the universe. Here's a larger macro map of the universe that I'm going to be filling in based on the different worlds that I flesh out and take time to sort of create and make. If you've been paying attention to our series, you kind of know what these are and what I'm trying to do with them. Okay, and like I said, we have the table of contents. So the reason this is so good is that many of you will know that I'm an ADHD person. I'm an explorative writer. It means I get bored of long-term projects quite easily. So I have all of these, listed out in terms of what I can do. And I actually like to take some time and at least try to read for you some of these here, since it'll be a while before you get something good from me. Right now I have lightsaber forms right now, all the way up to, I think, Sarisu I've covered. And then I also have our first race that I just finished this morning, that I finished redoing, called the Ithorians, gentle slug amphibian mammal giants of Star Wars. So I'll show you first the lightsaber forms all the way here in the back. There we are. And these are more or less notes on just as much how to write lightsaber forms as it would be how lightsaber forms would function. So lightsaber forms as the rituals of spellblades. Just as a Jedi or a Sith is effectively a type of wizard practicing a very specific school of magic with very specific conditions and traditions, a lightsaber form can be thought of as an alteration/destruction spell in its own right, or the masterful martial use of a superpower at the exact time or ritual segment needed by the caster or magi. The formula for each goes martial arts plus force power alternate A plus force power alternate B equals form. M plus FA plus FB equals FO. Since the Jedi and Sith are in part monks, soldiers, and superhumans, their forms should reflect being one part prayer, one part stratagem, and one part superpower. That is the lightsaber form. And we have, so that's just a preview of that, and obviously you can pause the screen, maybe go through Form 1, Form 3, a little bit here. Oh no, I've spilled some water there, so I'm going to try to get that with a little bit of blanket here. I am grateful. I've had 2 wonderful nurses for the past 12 hours. So a special shout out to Alicia and Shelby, who've kept me supplied with caffeine for a little while so that I can work I've been very grateful for that. Just normal black coffee. I'm very grateful for as one of the many reasons I was very grateful for the fact that I it turns out that I don't have a stomach ulcer, so acidic food is fine. But and before we move on to Ithorians, and I will read the Ithorian species in full. I just want to say, and the reason I'm making this video is because I noticed after my last one, people were, and it was very heartwarming, it was very touching, but people were donating in all these record numbers, and while I am touched by that, the last thing I want to become is a charity case. I want you to know that I am working for you guys, and I do want you to be happy and content, and my job as a content creator is to bring joy to you, even though you bring me a lot of joy, and you guys have touched my heart so greatly by your generosity. It doesn't change the fact that our relationship is partially defined by me giving and you enjoying. I want to reaffirm my commitment to that, and that your joy comes first to me. But here we go. Ithorians, lords, and I'm not just some, guy trying to eat your sympathy. Ithorians, lords of swamp, slayers of abominations. Biology, and this is sort of what each alien race is split into. I have a little section for their biology, a little section for their neurology, meaning psychological emergent differences, and then a little section for their culture. So basically a little crash course in terms of everything you would need to play the race in a homebrew tabletop with me or anybody else. Biology. Originally descending from amphibious mammals warped by the AI, and that's in our first episode, for enhanced pineal gland / religious instinct function to reduce suicidal thoughts. This species would soon find itself in contention, communion with, and at times war with the wild sentient trees of their swamp homeworld Ithor. They begin life in a tadpole-like land slug state. Their puberty is filled with an intense herbivoric hunger, which can become carnivorous in the presence of other sentient life. At the end of puberty, they are around 6 to 7 feet tall, with powerfully built, peak athletic conditioning muscles by human standards. The air sacs they have had since birth have now grown equally athletic gigantism while fusing with their vocal cords. While in childhood, I'm so sorry. Okay. I don't have the ability to edit when I'm doing these. While in childhood, these would be used to escape predators through air jets. As an adult, they can be used to produce a sonic screech, which can stun opponents similar to a noise grenade. Neurology. The overdeveloped pineal gland of Ithorians will cause them to go into a near dreamlike meditative state for half their waking hours, resulting in a dulling of aggressive responses in themselves, as well as a kind of invisibility to psychic predators during these hours. Culture. The psychic sentient predatory trees of Ithor have marked all of its people's history, but today, positions on the issue come from one of 3 camps. We worship and sacrifice to it as a goddess, the Mother Jungle position. They are a part of our history, so we should preserve them despite the parasitic monsters that sometimes form from them, which we should embrace as tests of strength, the Green Man religion. And they keep producing parasitic abominations and eating our kids, burn them to ash or remove it, the political refugees and tree slayers. Each has their own territory of the planet, ruled by that respective political, religious, and economic order, which named are the United Tribes of Mother Jungle the tribes of Mother Jungle, the Green Knights of the North, and the Gore Hunters slash Tree Slayers. And Gores being the name, though I didn't have room for this, Gores being the name of the parasitic abominations which I'm repurposing from Ithorian lore in Star Wars. The last of which is the least populated, as they heavily support immigration to other planets for those who wish it, as well as for the injured. Many Jedi have been recruited from this continuous stream of Ithorian populace. And that is what I have right now in my little journal of Grimdark Star Wars. So I am still working for you guys. I am still working hard to make sure you have entertainment. I am not slacking off. And I am not letting anything get in the way of my work. So just know that I'm not just here to, be a sympathy case. But I appreciate the kindness, and I appreciate the hard work from before, and the kindness you guys put up. So thank you so much. And if you're looking for a hospital update, recently got the biopsy. Still going to be waiting for a while on word from that. Once again, thank you to my wonderful nurses, Shelby and Alicia, who got me a snack pack. Got me chocolate pudding. They're very nice. Okay, that's all. Thank you, and have a good one.